Be sure to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. When you do that, you help my channel grow. Also, enjoy the video. Hi, I'm Miss Jessica and welcome to my book Nook. When someone starts a business, they're called an entrepreneur. When a kid starts a business, they're called a kidpreneur. And a business can be anything like a lemonade stand, or maybe shoveling snow or mowing the lawn for a neighbor, or babysitting. In today's book, we're going to meet 3 kidpreneurs who are trying to figure out what business to start that will best help the community around them. And then we get to meet the author of the book, so stay tuned. Okay, let's read a book. The Treehouse Trio, written by Lauren Eresman and illustrated by Haley Moore. Harper loved her summers the most. She got to spend them with her 2 best friends, coming up with crazy business ideas. Bridget was a math and science superstar. With the help of her trusted tablet, she could find the answer to just about anything. Mona was quirky, creative, and really good at drawing. Harper was the one with the vision and determination. Together, they were the best team. Their talents would make their small town even better. Harper's special treehouse was the perfect place to start their new business. Bridget came up with their first idea, a lemonade stand and bake sale. Harper's mom's famous chocolate chip cookies were sure to be a big hit. Mona happily hummed along to the music in her headphones while she designed bright, fun flyers. The grand opening was amazing. Everyone loved the girls' fresh squeezed lemonade and raved over the cookies. But just as Harper was handing a customer another delicious fresh baked cookie, a bird came out of nowhere. It swooped down and in a flurry of feathers, escaped with the cookie. Harper tried to shoo it away, but the horrible bird continued to dive at their table of treats. It scared away all the customers. "It's a black-capped chickadee," said Bridget matter-of-factly. Mona just grabbed a pencil and started sketching the bird perched in Harper's treehouse. Harper stomped her foot and crossed her arms. She didn't care what kind of bird it was. All that mattered was that it was ruining all their hard work. Mona came up with their next idea. She loved dogs and knew how much work they were for busy families, so she suggested they try a dog wash. But that horrible bird must have sent out a tweet to all his animal friends. Bridget reported that a scurry of squirrels had moved in nearby. In case you didn't know, dogs and squirrels don't generally get along. The wet pups chased the pesky squirrels, and Mona chased the wet pups, and Bridget chased the soapy Mona. And Harper ended up soaked and disappointed. The chickadee song sure sounded a lot like mockery to her. Not ready to give up, Harper came up with the third idea, a lawn and garden care business. But by that time, the treehouse had been completely taken over. There is a skulk of red foxes inside the treehouse, and a gaze of raccoons on the balcony, and a colony of hares at the base of the tree trunk, said Bridget, her eyes big with excitement. And look, a knot of toads in the mossy area behind the ladder, and even a loveliness of ladybugs on Mona's art desk. Their treehouse now looked more like the park a few blocks away. Where are they coming from anyway? Mona wondered absently, drawing pictures of their uninvited guests. Harper tried to shoo them away, but they weren't budging. Ugh! How are we ever going to come up with a successful business with all these animals in our way? She tried to hold back tears as she thought about giving up on her dream. Mona put down her drawing tools and gave Harper a big hug. "It's going to be okay, Harper. We'll find a way to fix this. Don't worry." "But how?" She glared at the chickadee. Chickadees love maple trees, so it might be happier in the park, Bridget offered. But when they got to the park, they were greeted with a face full of dust from tractors. The noise was deafening, and many of the trees had even been dug up. Well, that explains why all the animals moved into our treehouse, Mona coughed. She pulled out her sketchbook once again. This is horrible, Harper realized. The animals weren't pests that were out to wreck her businesses. They were helpless, displaced creatures. We need to help these animals find new homes. After doing some internet research, Bridget found a solution. If they worked really hard, they could build a special garden for wildlife right at the treehouse. They could even apply to have it certified as an official wildlife-friendly habitat. We just need to provide proper shelter areas, she explained. The next day, Bridget showed up with lots of fruit and berry-producing plants. Mona had already drawn up plans to build birdhouses and squirrel feeders. These gray tree squirrels require leaves and twigs to build a nest, or dray, explained Bridget. Mona and Harper rushed about, digging holes around the tree roots for the foxes and hares to use as burrows. Exhausted and nursing blistered fingers, they surveyed their hard work. Their garden was beautiful and filled with active animals and insects. Mona wandered off, cutting and pasting all the animal drawings that she had made onto a board. She scrawled some letters across the top. The Treehouse Trio Wildlife Garden. It wasn't the business Harper had imagined. It was even better. They went to hang the sign, and when they peeked inside the chickadee nest, they discovered 3 small white eggs with brown speckles. Harper smiled with pride. Together, they had added this wonderful, safe space to their community. Harper pulled Bridget and Mona in for a big group hug. Let's hang the sign over next to the pond instead, she said. We don't want to disturb the chickadees. The end. We just finished reading The Treehouse Trio, written by Lauren Eresman, and she's here with us today. This is Miss Lauren Eresman.
Hi, everybody. I'm delighted to be here. Thanks for having me, Miss Jessica.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. So, Miss Lauren, can you tell us, what was your inspiration behind writing this book?
I was inspired to write The Treehouse Trio by my daughter, actually, who is always trying to start little businesses with her friends in the community. And I just didn't see those books on the shelves that were showing her that she could do anything and be anything. So I decided to write one.
That's so great. So what's something we can learn from your book?
It's my hope that with my book, young readers will think or maybe even act in an entrepreneurial way, gain some skills in leadership, maybe even wildlife conservation will become something that they're passionate about. I like books with a real storyline in them, but I also think it's really cool when kids can learn without knowing that they're learning. And that's why it's important to me to include those little tidbits about wildlife habitats or the official names of groups of animals. I think that just makes it much more fun and interesting.
Yes. In the back of the book, there are pages dedicated to kidpreneurship and wildlife habitats. So it's an activity book as well as a storybook. So Miss Lauren, what other books have you written that we can check out?
I have 2 other books that I've written. The Cherry on Top was my first book. It's more imaginative. It's just about embracing differences that children might find in their world. My most recent book is I'm a Masterpiece, and that one is about a little girl who's having a really tough week, and the adults in her life help her see that she can embrace mistakes and that imperfection is totally okay.
Well, Miss Lauren, thank you so much for writing this book and for being a part of my world.
Thank you, Miss Jessica.
If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and hit that thumbs up button. Everyone, this is Miss Lauren Eresman, and I'm Miss Jessica, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.